What's up, YouTube? Galladite 74 here, bringing you this week's Mega Evolution of the Week. Last week we brought you Mega Bomb Snow, the one ice typing of the Mega Evolution, and this week we're going to bring you the second ice type of the Mega Evolution, since the ice type only has 2 Mega Evolutions. This week we're going to be going over Mega Glalie. Mega Glalie is a really fun Pokemon to use in my opinion. It is the RU tier, so it's alright to use. I don't really use it competitively, however, for like a fun time I'm looking for, I really like to use this thing a lot. It's really useful, and a fun fact, it's my only legitimately shiny, competitive shiny Mega. So, as you see in the video later, it is shiny, and I was so shocked when I caught that Snorunt. It had a perfect nature, well not perfect, but a really good nature, and I was really happy with it. And that's the Mega Glalie for me at least. I'm going to get right into its typing. It is a pure ice typing. It is weak to fire, fighting, steel, rock, and it only resists itself. Ice typing is actually my favorite type, so it kind of sucks to see that defensively it stinks. But since Mega Glalie isn't really looking to be defensive, more offensive, this typing isn't that bad after all. So that's good at least for the typing here. And since Ice is a very offensive typing, it's actually really good offensively too, which is even better. As we get into the stats of Mega Glalie, or regular Glalie first, regular Glalie stats are 80 across the board, which is really rare. You see in a couple Pokemon, like a mythical Pokemon who's got 100, or Ditto who's got 48, which isn't that good. But I'm not sure if this is the only Mega. I would have to look it up that has straight across the board 80. It doesn't really excel at anything, however, it doesn't really stink at anything either. 80 speed's average, everything's kind of average there, which doesn't really make it the best Pokemon in the world. But when it Mega Evolves, it's still alright. I mean, it gains 40 in attack and special attack, and then it gains 20 in speed. So it reaches the speed tier of 100, which is pretty good. It can be better, but 100 is definitely better than 80. It's a pretty big difference in my opinion. And 120 in special attack and attack makes you have options, since it does have move pool for both, which I'll get into in a second. It can be a special attacker, or it can be an attacker. You can do whatever you want. And of course, it can be a mixed attacker as well. So you can really surprise your opponent with some of the things you do. And that's why I like it. It doesn't really excel, however, if you look at just one stat and speed. So it's like if you want to be a special attacker, it has 120 special attack and 100 speed, which is but at least your opponent doesn't usually know what type of attacking you're going to be using. It is Mega Glalie. Its ability is Refrigerate, and its item is the Galladite. I think that's what it's called, yeah. The ability for Refrigerate turns all normal type moves into ice type moves, gives it a 30% power boost, and then it gets stabbed, so technically it's a 60% power boost, which is really strong. Refrigerate, Pixelate, and Aerialate are the most broken abilities, besides Parental Bond, of course. I really like these abilities a lot. Refrigerate being ice type, one of my favorites. That's why I'm going to take advantage of it with my moveset. I have Dark Pulse, Freeze Dry, Explosion, and Protect. Protect is get my speed up. Explosion is why I love using this thing so much. Explosion is such a fun move. Not the most competitive, but a really fun move to use. Freeze Dry is to hit the water types, because besides Dark Pulse, it doesn't really hit it too much. And Dark Pulse, as you see in the side there, has Shadow Ball and the other moves. I decided to go with Dark Pulse because it's more of a Dark Pulse covers more. Now, originally, I would personally prefer a attacker, but since it was a shiny Glalie for me and it had the rash nature, which boosts special attack, I decided to make it a special attacker, obviously. So that's just special attacking set. You can have 252 in speed EVs and 252 special attack or attack EVs, depending on which one you're running. It gets moves like Ice Beam, Ice Shard for priority. Ice Shard's pretty important too. Headbutt is a really good move on it as well. It doesn't really sound powerful, but it turns into an ice type move. Flinch chance, and it gets really strong, so that's really good to consider. Crunch, Earthquake for physical options, as well as Iron Head. You get Substitute and Taunt, which is not that bad of moves either, and it's just really good, like, overall. At least I think it's really good overall. That doesn't really get too many other moves, like Bulldoze. It gets Spikes if you want to set up Spikes. It's Hex as well. Disabled. I'm just naming off some moves right now, and Water Pulse. So that's kind of Mega Glalie's movesets. There's not really much else to say about it here. It is the face Pokemon, as you can see by its entire shape. It was introduced in Hoenn, the 3rd generation, and it's the counterpart to Froslass, which was introduced in the 4th generation, my favorite generation. I personally like Glalie over Froslass. I like Froslass a lot, don't get me wrong, but Glalie I like a little bit more. Its other abilities are Inner Focus and Ice Body, as well as Moody as a tin ability. I don't really like Moody, to be honest. It could either go really wrong or really bad. I mean, really good. So I don't like it. Ice Body, I like it. If you want to have a Hail team, it's really good in a Hail team with Ice Body. That's just regular Glalie, though. It's the only pure Ice type Mega. As I said, there's only 2 Ice type Megas, and the other one's Abomasnow, which is Grass and Ice. So this is the only pure Ice Mega, which is very interesting, actually. And it is one of the 4 Megas not to gain defense. I actually did look this up a little bit, and it is true that only 4 Megas do not gain defense, and Glalie is one of them. But we're gonna get into these battles now. These 2 battles were pretty fun. I like the second one a lot. The first one was pretty interesting too, to be honest. But we have a Greninja lead here. I decided to have a Mantine. I have Mantine, Excadrill, and Glalie because Mantine is only weak to Electric and Rock. And I know Glalie is also weak to Rock, so Excadrill is there for that, and same with the Electric, so that completely covers Mantine. And Mantine takes Fire-type attacks and Steel-type attacks really well, so it kind of covers Glalie's weaknesses. But anyway, this Greninja used Ice Beam, I don't know why, and then it uses Extra Sensory. I decided just to take it out here at 2 Scalds, which is pretty good. Greninja's not really the biggest threat here. So Greninja goes down. The next Pokemon was kind of threatening. They have a Groudon, of course. I mean, Groudon, that's it. So Groudon's gonna Primal Evolve. I want it. Since it's got Desolate Land, Salt won't do anything, which kind of sucks actually. So I decided on this turn just to go for the Air Slash because it's Stab. I'm pretty sure it does the most damage. Yeah, Desolate Land does all of its good stuff. Believe it or not, this Groudon actually had Thunderbolt. I was like, what the heck? I don't really see Groudon with Thunderbolt, actually. I know it gets it, but I didn't think I was actually going to have it. But Mantine goes down. Mantine was Assault Vest, so yeah, at full health I probably could have lived. But Excadrill is gonna, I knew Glalie couldn't one-shot this thing since Groudon's got amazing defense, and Freeze Dry isn't necessarily the strongest move. So I decided to Earthquake it, and it actually almost knocked it out, which I was pretty impressed about from Excadrill. And I'm just going to get absolutely annihilated by Fire Punch. But that's fine. Now it's definitely in range of Glalie to kill now. So here I'm going to send out my Glalie. I actually had to look up here to see if Ice-type moves were dissolved in Desolate Land, because I actually didn't know. I didn't think it was, but it isn't. So I decided to Protect here, since the first turn I'm going to be slower, since regular Gladie's speed is only 80, and that's slower than the 90 Primal Groudon. So I decided to Protect here. Groudon goes for the whatever. You know what I'm getting at. So I decided just to finish it off with Freeze Dry here. I didn't want to use Dark Pulse because Dark Pulse. I only use Dark Pulse. I actually rarely use Dark Pulse on this set when I was looking for battles. But the last Pokemon was a Gengar, and I actually was debating to go for Dark Pulse. I was like, nah, let's end this let's end this with a bang. So I decided here to go for the Explosion. Gengar is gonna Mega Evolve actually, and Gengar actually outspeeds me and goes for the Hypnosis. Oh man, Hypnosis Gengar is really fun actually. So I fall asleep here. I'm definitely not gonna wake up this turn. I'm actually just gonna spam the Explosion because I know I would lose the battle, but at least I'll go out with a bang. But then this Gengar uses Nightmare. I'm actually laughing at the moment. Like as I was doing this battle, I was laughing when it used Nightmare. Shadow Tag, Hypnosis, Nightmare, as you don't know, is actually a thing. And then it goes for Dream Meter. Since Gengar's got like a million special attacks, Glalie goes down. A critical hit probably did matter, but then the Nightmare would have taken me out anyway. So that is GG. That was the first battle. I thought that was pretty funny. We're gonna get into the second battle here. This second battle showed off Glalie a little bit more, just a little bit. But anyway, I actually led with Excadrill this battle. Some battles I led with Excadrill, some I led with Mantine. I don't like to lead with Megas like this person's doing. They sent out Gardevoir, and they were gonna Mega Evolve the Gardevoir, and they must have forgot or something because Gardevoir is not faster than Excadrill the first turn it Mega Evolves. And Mega Gardevoir Shiny is so cool. Poor Glalie doesn't get a black case. But anyway, Ironhead is gonna absolutely annihilate this Gardevoir. So down goes Gardevoir. Now, their next Pokemon, I have a Life Orb on this thing as well. So Kangaskhan is gonna come out now. I don't know why I brought Kangaskhan and Gardevoir in the same battle, but anyway, I'm gonna go for the Ironhead here. I know I could have went for the Earthquake since you're seeing on the damage, Earthquake could have probably KO'd it. I decided just to go for Ironhead. I don't know why, but Earthquake's gonna take me out now. Or no, it's not. No, it's not. What am I talking about? But Kangaskhan actually goes for Sector Punch. That's what it was, and that's gonna take me out. So Excadrill goes down. Regular Kangaskhan actually doing work right now. Now that was the right time to send out Glalie, since Glalie can come in and revenge kill it. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve here. I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna be faster, so I decided to go for the Protect to be safe. Glalie looks so ridiculous. Mega Glalie is one of the most ridiculous looking Pokemon next to Mega Slowbro, in my opinion, but I like it. So Kangaskhan goes for Retaliate, Stab I guess, Sucker Punch this turn, so good play on them. It freaking crits me, but I go for the Freeze Dry here, and that's going to be able to take Kangaskhan out. So down goes Kangaskhan, they're down to their last Pokemon, and I still have 2, so I was thinking I could go for Explosion and still win. So that was a Greninja, I was like, oh man, I have to go for the Explosion. So they use Ice Beam on an Ice type, and it goes right into my mouth, which is kind of funny. Then I go for the Explosion here. We can't end the episode off without an Explosion. Come on. Go boom! Yeah, Glalie goes boom here. I know it's an Ice type move, but Greninja's frail as heck, and it takes it out. So that's the battle. That shows how Glalie is. It's more of a fun Pokemon to use than a serious Pokemon, but it can be used seriously if you want it to. So that is Mega Glalie. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, leave a like, follow me on Twitter, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it.